Hey guys, Ed here, welcome back to another video. So today we're actually going to be sorting one of my pet hates about this car. The interior quality, it's so plasticky and I've been wanting to change it up for a long time. So what I have here is some Alcantara wrap. This isn't this Alcantara thing you see on Instagram, this is some decent quality stuff from Adobe window films. I've already done a little bit in the car, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second. But the plan is to do all of the red trim and some other bits of trim as well, but I'll show you around that now. So guys, as you can see, I've already done the door handles. It looks like a purpley sort of hue on the camera, but actually it looks more charcoal in person. But yeah, I've done these door handles. I think I've done a decent job. I may end up doing them again at some point. I would like to do this section in Alcantara, but it may prove to be a little bit of a pain. I've also done these two centerpieces. Again, looking really purpley on the camera. But yeah, I really like how this looks, guys. Especially at night time, or you know, sort of getting a bit darker. These red buttons, these red lights behind these buttons glow a bit brighter, and offset against the Alcantara looks really, really good. So the plan is I'm going to remove the red trim. Hopefully this isn't too difficult on the door here as well, but I know this dashboard comes out quite easily. Remove all the red trim, wrap it in Alcantara, put it back in the car, and then show you guys the finished product. So first up guys, you're going to want to remove the dashboard trim from the car itself. It can be a little bit stuck on there, but if you just use a trim removal tool and give it a firm yank, you should get it off pretty easily. I didn't film the other side because I did find that a lot more difficult. It's the vent that gets in the way, and I did actually break a clip in the end, but I don't think you'll run into that problem. I think it was just a flaw with mine in all fairness. But once you remove that, you can take it inside and start to remove the plastic welds from the back. You are going to want to get yourselves a Dremel, guys. So a Dremel is like a small rotating tool that you can use to cut things with. Yeah, I got one from Amazon for pretty cheap. You can just cut see it on the back of the trim piece there. See there's white little plastic things? They're the plastic welds. So what you want to do, use your Dremel with quite a small attachment to cut those off. This means we can, when we lay the Alcantara film, we can actually put the trim piece on there and wrap it around to get a nice OEM finish. Now that we remove the red trim entirely, we can use some isopropyl alcohol to prep the surface. What this is going to do is remove any dirt and grime and grease so that the Alcantara film will stick down properly. We'll then wrap it around the edges, getting a nice tuck, and then use a knife, a very sharp knife in fact, to cut around the edges. On the dashboard trim pieces themselves, there is a little groove you can use which makes it a lot easier to cut a straight line. But once you've done that, remove the excess Alcantara film and then use a bit of heat on there to make sure it's stuck down properly. Now that the film is installed, it's time to reassemble the trim piece for the dashboard. Basically, just lay all the stuff back on, make sure it's in all the grooves, and then use some epoxy resin or whatever you want to use. It's really strong stuff. In my case, I went for the Gorilla epoxy resin because it's about £8 from Wix, and it is super good quality stuff and very easy to use in fact. So you mix it together, two sides of the syringe basically activate each other, and it takes about 5 minutes to then set, so you do want to move quite quickly. But what I found useful is getting some cocktail sticks to apply the epoxy resin to all the areas where the plastic welds were. Clamp this in place. You can get yourself some little clamps from Wix as well for about £4. They do come in very handy for this kind of stuff because you can keep it all in place while it sets. But yeah, I gave it a few hours, not just 5 minutes, because it was still a little bit tacky after 5 minutes. But once that's done, the trim piece can go back into the car. So guys, please ignore my tired look. I'm very tired actually. I could do with a nap, but I've got the dashboard in. I'll just show you guys quickly. Do ignore the state of the car. I've got stuff everywhere. Just so I was trying to, well, I'll show you the bit that I was struggling with a little bit, but what do we think so far? I think big upgrade. I really, really, really like it. And taking it apart properly is giving it a much nicer finish than it would have been if I was just to kind of stick it on the top and cut around it like you see on these horrible Instagram adverts for Alcantara wrap. I'll just sit in and show you guys from in here. So obviously it just span all the way across, all the red trim on the dashboard. I still need to do the doors, so that's my next job, but I just thought I'd just, you know, show you what it's looking like. So big issue I ran into was this vent. It might not pick up too well on camera. I mean, most of it is nicely tucked, and obviously even this corner looks okay, but this corner at the bottom, you can just see it's not perfectly tucked in, and I mean, to be honest, it's not that noticeable. I'm quite happy with it, but I could do with a little bit more work on that. I may have to take this off again at some point and try and get a better tuck on this vent. But it seems that these tight corners are really difficult to actually do well. A lot of tension in the wrap, and it's hard to get it to stick down. But obviously this vent on this side is just gloss black trim, so that wasn't an issue. And every other corner is absolutely fine, but I really like it. I think it gives the car a bit more of a, I don't know, like a luxury feel. It's a Polo, obviously, so interior quality isn't that good compared to a Golf. But yeah, moving on to the doors, let's get these off. You can see, guys, this is where I've tucked it around. Probably going to redo these handles at some point because I'm not totally fussed about the quality, but good first attempt. So for anyone wondering what the inside of a Polo's door looks like, that's it. I did actually take this off a few months back. I put some sound deadening in between that and the door. It helps with rattles, helps with the sound quality from the speakers as well. Also, if you guys do this at home, these clips aren't meant to stay in here. They're meant to go into the door and then clip into these. They break quite easily, so I would recommend replacing them. Something I will be doing, but for now, I'll just leave them in there. Probably worth checking, actually, that these things haven't broken. So these are things that they slot into. So far, they look okay, I think. So yeah, all good. I did put some anti-rattle tape on as well at one point. I've really tried to make the interior of this car a lot better than it is when it comes out of the factory. I do kind of want to wrap this centerpiece, and I think if I get rid of all these plastic welds, which is going to be an absolute nightmare looking at it as a job, I will do that at some point. But basically what we're going to be doing is taking off these welds here so we can remove this red trim piece. I do think that this part is going to be an absolute nightmare to get that film, the Alcantara wrap around, make it look nice. But we'll give it a go anyway. Let's get it inside, see what we can do. Using the Dremel again, guys, to remove these bigger plastic welds off the back of the door card. This will remove the centerpiece and also the top red piece as well. But it's basically the same process as before. You're just removing the welds, prepping the surface, and then laying the film and then reassembling everything together. So I'll do a quick sort of compilation of that now. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah, I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else I'd rather be with. Baby, I won't let you down. I got it. So guys, just checking back in. Stuff's getting glued back together. So this top red section is now getting glued back to the other trim pieces. Got some little clamps on there, keep it in place. I've started to use epoxy on this part of the door card as well. So the bits that are like flush and sat properly, I've put the epoxy on. You can see it just there, setting on this side as well, just in the corner. And basically as that sets, I'm gonna take that clamp off, move around, to make sure it's all flush and nice. Guys, this looks so much better. I cannot describe how much better it looks. The door cards on these Polos are so plasticky, and this has just made it like a Golf. Well, level it up a bit more anyway. So really excited to show you the finished product. It is quite a time-consuming thing, I'm not gonna lie. It's not quite as easy as those like Alcantara ads on Instagram look. If you want to do it kind of properly, I mean, you should really just use spray adhesive and actual Alcantara, but I'm using this wrap. I don't know why, it's just kind of a cheap way of doing it, and I like the look of it. So yeah, I can't wait to show you this, guys. As soon as it's glued back together, put it on, and I'll just show you that as the finished product. I'm gonna have to do the other door at another time because I need to order some more Alcantara wrap. But yeah, I will come back in when this is done. So guys, the door is back in. Check out that finish. Sorry, there's quite a bit of sunlight, but look at that. Again, looking really purple on camera, like a purplish colour to it, but in actuality, it's like a normal charcoal Alcantara colour. It looks really, really good. I'll be honest, this part here needs to come off again. So I've realised when there's some material tucked behind here, it's not allowing for a flush fit. Just close the door and show you. You can see it kind of sticks out. So I will be taking it off again, but this centerpiece is absolutely perfect and I love it. You get this kind of thing in the Mark 8 Golf anyway, and it just adds such a level of quality to the interior of the Polo. Of course, there's a glare. That's a bit better. There we are. Right, yeah. So as you can see when you sit in, it just makes it feel a little bit more luxury. It does look really cheap on camera though, I will be honest, but yeah, I love this stuff. It feels nice. I haven't done the driver's door yet, but it's a nice sort of comparison. So as you can see, normal plasticky finish, as is the same across all the Polos, and actually any model in this category. Like the Fiesta is really plasticky as well, but just adding this bit of material here just makes it feel a lot nicer. So yeah, really happy with the finished product. Take my word for it, it does look way better in person. There's actually one more thing we need to do as well. This corner here doesn't tuck particularly well, whereas this one does. So I need to take this off again and kind of cut and tuck it a bit better. But yeah, you live and you learn, don't you? But yeah, it looks really, really good. And it was a bit of a faff of a job, I won't lie. So if you are planning to do it, yeah, you could take some time out and do it properly. But if you've got any questions about the process as well, guys, just let me know. I will be happy to help you out because it does improve the Polo no end. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I've definitely enjoyed making this video. I do like stuff like this. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more content on the Polo and other cars coming up. But my name's Ed. This is Passion for Petrol, and I'll catch you next time.